Hello and welcome to Pop Along RC. I'm Carl and this is Mark. What's wrong with you?
You're not Carl.
I'm Carl.
You're not Carl. Carl's got a beard.
I'm Carl.
What have you done to your face?
Well, the thing is...
What have you done?
I had a shave.
No one's going to recognise you anymore.
Yeah, I'm
No
Carl.
one will recognise you.
I'm still Carl.
I suppose so. Anyway, why have you done that?
It is for a good cause. I have braved the shave for Macmillan, so it's all in a good cause, raising money for a charity, basically.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Oh, well done.
I've got to put this on because otherwise I get too much glare off the lights and it might ruin the video. Anyway, enough of that nonsense.
Yeah.
What are we here to talk about today?
All right, well, we're here to talk about the Rokatan. We obviously, if you've seen our previous video, we took this thing out and we gave it a good old rinsing out. But what do we think about it?
So, where to start with this car? When I did the unboxing, I said that I was worried about this staying on the shell. And do you know what? No problems with that. It's still there.
Yeah. The shell is, if you look at the footage here, I'll tell you what, it took a right old pounding yesterday.
It did.
There is not a scratch on this shell. How has that happened?
There's no cracks, is there?
There's no cracks.
All
right.
It is actually a really thick plastic. It's a heavy shell. Say the tyre on the back's really heavy as well.
Yeah.
And do you know what? It's held up. The lights are still intact. It is solid.
It is solid. So we took it on the Car Killer, aka also known as Dunstable BMX track, right? Because we've killed many a car in it, haven't we?
All our cars there.
All of them have died a horrible death there.
The DR8.
The DR8 got broken there. The Italian, the Vantage, the Sledge.
Tracks a Sledge.
So even some really high-end cars got busted on there. But we thought we'd go there anyway. Is it safe to say this is probably not a BMX track car?
Yeah, do you know what? It was great fun. It was a really fun morning down there, ripping this up and down the track, getting the dust flying, getting it airborne. But I'll tell you what, it's hard to control in the air, isn't it? It really is. But that isn't just because this car, all short course trucks have a tendency to turn into kites as soon as they get airborne because there's so much room underneath these shells to fill with air and they just don't fly quite so well as a really sleek buggy like this.
That's right. They call it the parachute effect on these cars, don't they? Did we break it?
Unfortunately.
We did break it, but whose fault was that?
Both of us,
It
really.
was our fault, wasn't it?
Stupid.
Yeah. Reason being is if you look at the video here, you can see it flying through the air and it just landed slap bang. We had no brake on it. And why did we have no brake on it?
I turned the throttle up.
You turned the throttle up.
Yeah, I adjusted the I adjusted the trim on the throttle, and if you do that, it basically switched the brake off. So I didn't have a brake to bring the nose down when it was in the air. So my fault.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Damage wise, if we can go back to this shell being as strong and as hard as it is, what actually happened as the car hit the floor? The shell has basically just torn the body posts.
Yeah, and then we just put new ones on, didn't we? Simple as that, and it's as good as gold.
Yeah,
now,
so I've actually put the I had some TTO1 posts which I've cut with a set of pliers and stuck them back in. So
jobs are good in.
Good to go again.
So we've learned a valuable lesson. We were just in a rush, weren't we? Because we was excited with this car. I think it's safe to say it's Marmite. Some of you in the comments love it. Some of you don't love it. Do we love it?
Do you know what? It was really good fun when we were outside your house on the grass.
So when we got back, we just got it out of the car, didn't we? And we thought, oh, we'll have a little blast outside my house on the green. And this thing came to life, didn't it?
Yeah, when we get this over to the old Sunderland bash sessions
we've got to do that.
On the grass track, that's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Putting this up against something like a Armour Centon, I think that's quite a similar car.
Yeah.
Because the 3S power, it really does.
It's quick.
It is good. This thing's like with the Sentinel, it's hard to keep those front wheels on the floor. Really
I would say,
ripple
just
on.
looking at it, I reckon a good 40 mile an hour out of the box on this. Not that we've tested it.
Tom Lee has tested it. He's got 37 out the box.
There you go then.
When we tested our DR8, he got very similar times to us as well. So about 37 mile an hour.
37 mile an hour.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah. It does tend to, because we're racers at heart, if you've been watching any of our videos, but this does put the fun back in it for me with the whole bashing and the sort of grassroots style stuff. Great fun car, and I'm not normally a fan of these semi-scale looks, I have to be honest, but it does look pretty cool, doesn't it?
It does look really cool.
Alright, so keep an eye on the channel for one of our future videos. We're going to put this up against the DR8 and the Zorro to see how it compares. So yeah, we'll do some speed runs, but we're also going to get them racing on a track, so that should be quite fun to see. Yeah. So to recap then, do we like the car? Yes, 100%.
Yes, 100%.
Is it durable? Yes, 100%. If you take it to a skate park and a BMX track and thrash it around like we did, you might break it, so don't do that if you want it to survive. Other than that,
you know what? Breaking cars is part of the hobby.
Yeah.
Do you know what? And we've said it in a couple of our other videos as well. Your car is as strong as the weakest link, and if all we're going to break on this is a body post, crack on, man. I'm going to carry on having fun like we did today.
Definitely.
Is it a racer? That is still to be decided. As we said before, this is a short course truck chassis under there, so it might perform against the Zorro, but it is a slightly higher ride, so I'm putting my money on the Zorro for the racing.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I tell you what would be really cool, right? Whole bunch of people with these. So when they're a bit more popular, because they've only just been released, haven't they?
Yeah.
When they're a bit more popular, we'll keep an eye on the Facebook page, and we'll probably put out a little race with these.
Well, there we go. I'll say again, I am Cole. He is Mark. This is Pop Along RC, and we'll see you again soon.